Hey guys, it's Evil Aniki, and I'm back at it with another Nikke video. There's a new event out today called License to Kill. Super excited for this event. I saw that there was a new character, and we're going to check that out together. But let's get on in the game. I'm just doing the update right now. That's what you guys are looking at there. The cutscene always plays whenever there's an update. Oh my god, what am I doing? Okay. Boom. Ooh, 300 crystals right off the bat. What do we get the rewards for? Let's see. These are some decent rewards. You know, I'm not too... Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's really good right there. Those are some good rewards. All the rewards for the last event were kind of mixed. I wasn't too fond of them. This must be her new, yeah, silencer. Yeah, that's totally for her. Oh, and this event is still going on as well. I already got it for today. There's a man with his back turned. From the back, he appears confident, but he cannot hide the fact that he is trembling. Meanwhile, the two with their guns drawn at him are both steady as a rock. Ooh, they look cool. I like her. Oh my goodness, the one on the right? I mean, they both look good. The man attempts to suppress the quivering of his voice when he speaks. Is this the guy? Is he trembling? He doesn't look trembling. Why has he got no eyes? Please, don't do something you'll regret. Oh, he's the president. What I've done, what I'm doing, and what I will do. You've got to take it all into consideration. You can't let your personal feelings get in the way of all this. So please, think carefully. What is he getting on about? About what the right decision is. The two figures who are pointing guns at the man begin to speak. Decide. All you have to do is make a choice. We'll handle the rest. Just keep in mind, you mustn't make it personal. Whatever you decide, it has to be what you feel is best for everyone. You shouldn't need a lot of time, especially since you've already made up your mind. So out with it. What do you think? Should we kill him, or should we let him live? Oh my goodness. Oh! Oh my goodness. That was... Oh, there's a dead body flying down there. Oh, that's crazy. They always have such cool little splash. This one's really cool, the License to Kill. Like, I really like this vibe. But they're always really good. Let's go straight into it. Looks like there's probably gonna be 12, but we'll find out. Oh, and I don't have, well, give me a second. I'll be right back while I figure this out. So guys, I know I'm like level 1 on my squad here, but I am so vastly overpowered, it's not gonna matter at all. Let's just get into it. It's been ages since I had some free time on my hands. At long last, some precious time with no appointments or any work to do. First, I'm gonna hop in the shower, then I'll think about what I want to do today. Zing. D and K are in my shower. D and K? D and K, where's I and C? We're missing two of them there. We've received an assignment. Let's get to work. What? I'm far too tired for all of this. Why are you closing the door? You seem puzzled. Perhaps I wasn't quite clear. Sit over there, I'll explain everything in detail. Everything will be made clear very soon. I'm confused, it's just... Go on, sit, let me fill you in. Oh, come on, I don't want to have to do a job. Soon after, the three of us sit at a table. The target is the president of COL. COL stands for Cycle of Life. It's a company that buys used electronics, repairs them, and resells them. Their expansion has been remarkable, in fact, so much that only the big three are valued higher. In fact, some reports indicate that they are actually outperforming the big three in terms of purchasing and sales. Wow. In other words, they're raking in the cash. The money isn't what's important. I know, I'm just saying. Anyway, the guy used to be a real bigwig in the central government, until one day he retired and started his electronics business. Then it blew up. All of the superfluous information. Fine, then I'll tell you. This so-called president is making large donations to the central government. He's also been investing in the medical industry and making some hefty donations as well. It sounds like he's a real stand-up guy, but he's been targeted. Why is that? He's making way too much moolah. What? What kind of reason is that? His income can't come from just trading electronics. The judges feel there must be something else going on. It's up to us to figure out what exactly that is. Once we have, we'll make our decision and carry it out. What exactly do you mean? Isn't it obvious? Whether or not we kill this guy. Oh my goodness, they're so violent. That went pretty fast. Hopefully all of the story missions go fast, because the last few events,
over here.
they took way too long. And as you guys know, here's
It's
the
hard
gameplay.
to
You know, I'm gonna speed through most of all the gameplay here
Performing
for
reload
the
sequence.
game, because it looks the same for every single time you play the game.
Reloading.
I mean, there's some beautiful assets, but you know, you've seen it once, you've seen it all.
Woohoo! It lacked a certain pizzazz, but I'm satisfied.
Wait, say that again? We've got to decide whether or not to kill this guy. The president, our target, kill him, yes or no? Comprende? But why does this guy potentially deserve to die? There's a higher chance he's got his finger on some illegally dubious pies. That's evil. You're gonna kill him just for that? No. We will investigate. If he has done something illegal, then we'll consider the severity of his crime. We will be completely impartial in our investigation. Once we've concluded said investigation, we'll reach our final decision. So follow me. To recap, we determine exactly what the target is or isn't up to. Then we make the decision on whether or not we kill him. That's how Perilous Siege works. I'm assuming that's their title. This time, you'll be making the final decision and we'll carry it out. Why would I? The judges decreed it. This is a first for us as well. Usually our opinions are taken into serious consideration when making the final decision, but this time, you're the one who gets to pull the trigger. Figuratively speaking, that is. Actually, I do have a guess as to why it's different this time around. What's the reason? Remember how the target donates a whole lot of money to the central government? That's why. If we eliminate the target, there goes the higher-up's cash cow. The target may be obtaining the money using underhanded methods, but a whole bunch of these profits are being funneled straight to the central government. So they've got cold feet. Killing him means derailing the gravy train, but letting him live doesn't sit right with them either. So they're leaving the hard part of making the decision up to you. It sounds like I'm the scapegoat here. I don't like this. Judges vote to select the next target. Whatever this guy's done, he's obviously crossed the line far enough for the judges to appoint him as a target. Despite the fact that many of them are lining their pockets with his ill-gotten money, that's why they're tossing this hot potato in your lap. It might be because you're part of the central government too. In other words, they're hoping that I'll play favorites. Potentially. Don't say anything that can prove to be true. All right. We should get going. How do we do this? We're gonna go undercover. We've already completed a preliminary investigation. All we have to do is figure out a few smaller details. Going undercover is our best option for that. I'm not very confident in my clandestine capabilities. Stand back and watch a master of disguise work. I can do this. What are you babbling about? What could infiltrating the company do us? You think they're gonna leave stacks of illegal paperwork laying around for us to find? How stupid do you think they are? Well, what then? We're going to become company employees? Isn't that... We're going to get jobs? That's right. We'll get hired at the target's company, and we'll see what we can dig up. We want to find out the truth. We've got to get on the inside. How exactly do you plan for all of us getting hired? Starting tomorrow, all we got to do is show up at the office. We've got it all taken care of. We just need to start working from tomorrow morning. Don't worry, we didn't do anything illegal. We've got our official employee documentation all in order. They look so good, you'll never know they were fake. That's illegal. Don't be such a stick in the mud. Anyway, good luck at work. You talk as if you're not going. That's exactly right. I'm not going to work. I'm going to look in the medical institution that the target has been putting money into. That's important too, you know. But you and D can handle this side of things without me. All right. Get some rest tonight. We put our plan into action starting tomorrow. One last thing. What is it? Why can't you just ask Enoch to make a judgment? A fair question. Enoch doesn't make judgments unless requested by the judges. The target has an uncomfortable association with the judges. There's no way they'd take this to Enoch. The only scenario where Enoch would act on her own would be if someone was causing untold damage to the Ark or its inhabitants. Otherwise, she grants the judges full autonomy. Basically, regardless of what this guy's up to, it doesn't constitute a major threat to security, at least not in Enoch's eyes. So long as that's the case, she won't act on her own. I'll give you an example. Humans trafficking? An unforgivable offense, wouldn't you say? Of course. Not from Enoch's perspective. Nobody gets killed. It's not a question of how traumatic an experience is for or isn't for Enoch. It's purely numbers. If they don't change, then it's not something a problem. Having said that, human trafficking often involves a litany of other heinous offenses. However warped it seems, the essential acts of human trafficking in and of itself is not a problem as far as Enoch is concerned. She operates according to a different standard than us. Therefore, this case is something that the judges and us need to figure out on our own. Yourself included. Okay, I understand. Don't take this lightly. This can be a heavy burden, but it's not one you must carry. I'll keep that in mind. The next day, oh my god, Dee and I start working in the distribution warehouse, where we sort items and move others and carry our inventory. After moving around non-stop, it's break time, finally. This is exhausting. You think so? Are you used to this kind of work? Nope. Alright then. You don't talk much, do you? Nope. I see. Hey there, you two. You're the new hires, right? Oh my god, it's the guy. This guy's like in every event. How's the work so far? Nothing too difficult, I hope. No problems. Are you the supervisor? Guilty. I'm the supervising officer for this time. In that case, if it's alright, I do have a question for you. Oh, sure, go right ahead. How's the cafeteria food here? Ha ha ha, very important question indeed. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find anywhere with a better lunch option than us. I must admit that I haven't exactly eaten at many other companies, but I still stand by our food here. Why? Are you hungry already? I didn't have any breakfast because I was nervous. My goodness, you mustn't forget breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. I see that both of you started at the same time and are working at the same line. May I ask how you two know each other? We're newlyweds. What? We just got hitched 2 weeks ago. What, this is... Oh, I see. Well, good luck with all of that. We're very grateful for giving us this job, aren't we, honey? Yeah. You two seem like nice people, so let me say this to you. This is a fine company to work for. It may be tough going at first, but if you stick it out, you're sure to be noticed. Take me, for example. My legs aren't in the greatest shape, but they still let me work here. As a matter of fact, I'll be working directly under the president starting tomorrow. Whoa, no kidding? What does the position entail exactly? Actually, I don't know the details myself, but if it's directly under the president, it must be good, right? Not to mention the pay. The supervisor lifts his hand far above his head. Let's just say I might be in for an early retirement. You lucky son of a gun. All you need is a good work ethic, work hard, and you'll reap the rewards. The president admires people like that. I've only been here 3 weeks after all. You came on as a supervisor, but you've moved up that fast in less than a month? Remarkable. The president just takes a shine to people who put their noses to the grindstone. So long as you two work hard, you can become like me too. I certainly hope so. Best of luck. You too. The supervisor walks away. You got something to say? No, I was just admiring your acting skills back there. Presenting an amiable and innocuous image is beneficial to gathering information. I'm just surprised you can turn on a dime like that. You're starting to make me self-conscious. Sorry. Oh god, I hate that. This is annoying. When do you finish? I know it's only been 1 day, but can you exchange information? Come to the hospital when you're done. This place is interesting, Roger. Oh, okay, that was fast. It seems break time is over. Let's get back to it. Walking back to the assembly line. All I can think about is how quickly I want to finish work. Whatever. After work, hospital. How did it go? Did you find anything suspicious? It was only the first day. Even so, there must have been something that caught your attention. I don't care how minor it seems. I want to hear everything. The lunch was in self-service. The break time seemed a little too short. The lunch was in self-service. What are you planning on starting a new career there or something? Yeah. Spare me the workplace complaints and get me the dirt. Well, there wasn't anything, really. D, help me out here. They seem to give out promotions like candy. Oh, right, that was strange. Tell me in detail. I tell Kay that our supervisor has only been there for 3 weeks, and he's already going to be working directly under the president starting tomorrow. That's odd, alright. No one moves that quickly up the corporate ladder. Does he have any connections within the company? I did a background check on him, and it didn't turn anything up. Any other ideas? All I can do is assume, and you know what that does. It only makes an ass out of you and me. What? How are things on your end? Our target has been pouring money into the hospital almost nonstop, but it's strange. It's too clean. It's a hospital, shouldn't it be clean? Are you intentionally trying to get on my nerves? Sorry. I looked into the patients and everyone under the sun is staying here. Literally everyone from high-level executives to part-time students. There's a wide age range too. As far as I can tell, it doesn't seem like the hospital that focuses specifically on any age group or class. The employees aren't skimming anything off the top, and there aren't any funds being misappropriated for unnecessary repairs or maintenance. There was one crucial thing, however, that Kay points to a girl in the distance. She is holding the hand of a hospital staff member and is struggling to walk unassisted. What's so crucial about that kid? I'll tell you what. This hospital is filled with people who have the same type of symptoms as that kid. Only thing is, that's an incredibly rare disease. So uncommon, in fact, that only a couple dozen people in the entire ARC have it. The mortality rate is quite high. Not much research has been done regarding this disease because it's so little is known about it, and there are only a few recorded cases. More than 80% of the donations the target has given are going towards the research and treatment of this disease. He's poured so much money into this place. The research on this disease has progressed by leaps and bounds. They're already trying to find a meaningful cure. Nearly everyone who is suffering from the disease has gathered at this hospital. You see that kid over there? 3 days ago, she was bedridden. What's your point? I need to do a bit more digging, but this place looks clean to me. For the moment, at least. What's your next move? I'm going to use my own methods to dig a bit deeper. The simplest way is going about this would be to concentrate on a few key figures. Using this. The stinger attached to Kay's gun makes an ominous sound. What, you got a stun gun? It hurts like heck, but it won't leave any lasting damage. You're going to stun the patients. What the... If you want to know the truth about someone, you can't beat this. You mustn't resort to such underhanded tactics. Not this again. We're going to be here forever if we don't. Don't forget, if you want clean results, then your methods have to be just as clean. You go ahead and do that. I'm doing this my way. I don't think that's a good idea. Not you, too. Do you have any idea of the lengths people go to cover up the terrible things they do? If you want to bring them to justice, you've got to be willing to go just as far as they are. Think of this as a shortcut. I despise how these people cover everything up and manipulate the truth. It sickens me how they keep it all under wraps. They know what they're doing is wrong, and they do it anyway. They could care less. We need to be strong in the face of evil, don't you think? Well, it doesn't get much stronger than this. I'll give them a taste of their own medicine. I don't agree with your methods. Right back at you. We should go back. We need to be at work by 8. Okay. Have a nice day at work. Why? My goodness. My goodness. We've been showing up to work for 5 days, but haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary. Because we're new employees and low-level ones at that, the information we're privy to is somewhat limited. When I asked Dee whether the judges could help get us promotions of some kind, she immediately rebukes me. If we pull any outside strings to attain a higher position, the other workers might end up getting jealous, or it could ring alarm bells in the upper management. Either way, we don't want to draw any unwanted attention to ourselves. Our only recourse is to work harder. Our coworkers have taken a keen interest in us, and we've been bombarded with questions every time we take on our break. You look so young. Why did you marry so early on? So that we'd have a joint bank account. Being together means you can make more money together. How did you two meet? We met at another job. We both wanted to make a lot of money, so we hit it off. You both are such hard workers. You're not like most young people these days. We want to get promoted so that way we can make more money. Why are you so fixated on making more money? We want to buy a house and be able to eat out whenever we want. We also want children. What the f... Have you ever considered getting a second or even a third job? Our focus suffers if you stretch yourself too thin. We want to concentrate fully on working here. We like this company a lot. Thanks to Dee's Brabua? Performance. We are regarded as newlyweds eager to prove themselves to get promoted and keep ourselves from being in the poorhouse. One day I asked Dee something. Lying isn't exactly a clean way of going about this, is it? No one's getting hurt, so it's all fine. I don't like that. On our 6th day at the job, I met Dee and we head to work. A dense fog lingers in the air as part of ARC's effort to adjust the internal humidity. Creak, creak. How long are we going to keep this up? One should always work hard. I mean, at this company specifically. Creak, creak. Until who we're after comes to us. Are you sure they'll do that? We're talking about a place where you can apparently make a fortune in just 3 weeks. If we keep our heads down and appear eager, I'm sure someone will seek us out. Creak, creak. What you're really saying is that we'll have to keep doing this job for at least another 2 weeks. Creak, creak. Do you hear that? What is that? Couldn't tell you. I've been hearing a strange noise for a while now. It's starting to get on my nerves. The closer we get to work, the louder it gets. I squint and peer where the sound appears to be coming from. I can't see well because of the heavy fog, but creak, creak. I can vaguely make out something swaying in the air. What is that? Turn around. Huh? I said turn around. I turn around. Creak, creak. Whatever you do, don't look behind you. What's going on? Just don't look behind you. Terrified screams echo near the company entrance. D. Quiet. Someone call the police. Hurry, hurry. An ominous feeling begins to overtake me. The only thing I know is that I absolutely, positively cannot turn around or say anything. Creak, creak. Did you ever get the impression that something was off about the supervisor? I seem to remember hearing something about him having a lot of debt from illegal gambling, but he never mentioned anything about himself. I never saw any warning signs, not from what I remember. He was such a good worker. How? Did the supervisor recently seem upset or perturbed anyway? He did seem a bit down the past few days. Isn't that the guy from the last event? I think it was after he started working for the president. Whenever I asked if something was wrong, he would just shake his head. I never thought he'd do such a thing. Did he have any complaints about the company? Not a one. He would have died for this company. He had a bad leg, but they hired him anyway, and paid him a full salary. Management rewarded him for his hard work. Oh, that guy's new. Complaining about this place is just about the last thing he'd ever do. So then why did he... The most logical thing would be that something happened after he started working for the president. What exactly do you think... What do you exactly do you do when that happens? That I can't say. The only thing we can do is wait. How about we search his house? I already did. The place was immaculate. A little too clean, in fact. Let's execute this, your plan. What plan? I'm saying we should make getting noticed by the president our top priority. Don't lose your head. We have cultivated a good image at this point. If we move too quickly, people might sense something is up. How about we come up with a situation where you need monies and fast? That'll be in line with the image we're trying to set for ourselves. Good idea, but I can't seem to think anything that work. What's our relationship again? Newlyweds. You don't mean... That's right. If we go with that, no one will suspect us. Oh my stars, how wonderful it is to hear some good news in a dark time like this. How far along is she? Did the hospital tell you? 5 weeks. Oh, so it's a recent development. But what are you going to do? What are you doing? That's a typo. That's a typo. Before long, you won't be able to work. And you'll be needing more money than ever. Funny that you mentioned that. Would it be possible to take on another job at the same company? 2 jobs? I'm not sure. If you bring it up with them, I don't think it'd be an issue. Would you like me to try and have a word with the higher-ups? I can tell them that the new hire could use some extra money. If you can, that would be great. Okay, I'll see what I can do. The president is a good person. I'm sure he'll work something out for you two. Don't you worry. The lady scurries off the production line. Sigh. Is there a problem? I feel rotten. Why? I feel like we're taking advantage of that lady. I feel the same way. On the way home after work, as soon as we enter the area with no other people, someone calls for us to stop. Excuse me. You're Diana and Steve? Is that our names? Nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. President. I heard from some of the other employees that you're looking to take on some additional responsibilities. Yes, we're in urgent need of some additional funds. They informed me of your situation. I've also heard a few things about both of you. You two are real hard workers with a whole lot of passions, or so I'm told. Since you could use a little help financially, how would you like to come work for me personally? What would our job be exactly? It's quite simple, really. COL is also involved in the transportation business. We do deliveries to certain special areas. You'll be responsible for making those deliveries. What is this special location? The Outer Rim. The Outer Rim? Oh, don't worry, it's nothing illegal. I've been donating electronics to the Outer Rim for some time now. You know it's tough. You know tough it can be out there. That's another typo. The people there should have the right to have access to technology, even if it may not be the latest models. You must have a lot of people willing to carry out these deliveries. If only that were true. The Outer Rim is a dangerous place, or at least that's what most people think. If you ask me, it's not dangerous at all. The people there we know have good intentions and have been nothing but friendly to us. That I can guarantee. Anyway, the long-standing prejudice means that a lot of people are hesitant to go to the Outer Rim. But from what I've heard about you two, something tells me you won't feel that way. How much does it pay? 5 times what you'll get now. 5 times? Please don't think I'm giving you that much because it's illegal. It's nothing like that. It's just my way of showing a little appreciation to those working for me who go above and beyond. Well, what do you say? Can we think about it? We'll do it. When do we start? Very good. Be at the number 3 inventory warehouse by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'll have an employee there waiting. They'll explain everything. Looking forward to working with you both. The president nods and turns around. That was fast, because his last assistant is gone. At any rate, something fishy is definitely going on. We'll see for sure tomorrow. Right. The next day, 6 in the morning, number 3 inventory warehouse. About time you showed up. Get in. Who are you? Your bodyguard. The president may like to pontificate about how safe the Outer Rim is, but it's filled with all sorts of seedy characters. Hurry up and get in. We've got a schedule to keep. Who's driving? I am. Can I drive? Think you can handle it? Of course. Go right ahead. Give me some time to relax for a bit. Can I open the trunk before we go? Why? I need to know what's inside. It could affect how I drive. Electronics. I know that, but I need to know how it's all laid out. A real professional, I see. Be my guest. Look, but don't touch. Dee and I head to the back and look at the semi truck and open up the trunk. It's filled with various household appliances. At first glance, nothing seems out of the ordinary. All right, got it. Let's hit the road. Maybe he's just a good guy and they're like... Dee drives the truck towards the Outer Rim and passes through the boundary wall without issue. We're allowed to pass after a simple inspection. The perks of being tight with the military, I suppose. We bob and weave our way through the Outer Rim. Take a right here. The truck enters a narrow alley. After a while, we reach a small clearing. Here, stop. The clearing is completely empty and desolate. That is, except for another truck similar to the one we're driving, which is parked opposite of us. We get out of the truck. Good deal. We'll leave this truck we rode on here. You see that truck parked there? That's the one we'll drive back. So we're just leaving the entire truck here? Right. Someone from the Outer Rim will come and take the items inside. Why aren't we giving them out ourselves? You're awfully inquisitive. The last guy asked too many questions as well. If we hand them out ourselves, we'd be in close proximity to the general population. Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? Let's get a move on. I don't want to linger here. You got it. Oh, darn. I screwed up. I think I left my wallet in the trunk earlier when I was checking. Hey, what? Hey, wait. Dee jogs over to the back of the truck and opens up the door. Hey, you can't be opening that without permission. You know, I just thought of something. When I was driving, the truck felt awfully loaded down. Whenever I picked up speed or took a turn, I could really feel the weight bearing down. But these electronics here couldn't possibly account for all that weight. So, mind if I look inside? Yes, I do mind. Just a quick peek. It ain't gonna happen, lady. Oh. The employee moves toward Dee and grabs her shoulder. Move aside. Why are you so damn nosy? Anyway. Whip. Dee produces some kind of canister from her pocket and tosses it into the back of the truck. Bang. What? A smoke grenade? What is this? What's going on? Bang. Crash. The appliances that were piled up in the back come tumbling down with a resounding crash, revealing approximately 10 mass-produced Nikkes. No! They come rushing out of the truck and look themselves over. Once they've confirmed that they haven't sustained any injuries, they stare at us nervously. This can't be happening. Who are these people? Are you blind? They're Nikkes. Are they being sent here as volunteer at the Outer Rim? In no way. Are you selling Nikkes to the Outer Rim? Don't act surprised. Do you really think we'd come all the way out to the Outer Rim just to deliver electronics? Give it up, acting all innocent. You should have known something was up when they were willing to pay you a king's ransom for this job. Who in their right mind would pay you 5 times your salary for a basic delivery? What will happen to these Nikkes? How should I know? Cannon fodder for some local insurrection, maybe? Who cares? You son of a... Geez, another Boy Scout? First the guy before, now you too. So I'm the bad guy, is that it? Just shut up and take the money. We're all out here trying to make a living, aren't we? So stop glaring at me and hurry and get in the truck. We've got another stop to make. Does the president know about this? What do you think, genius? How long have you been doing this? 6 months, give or take. I had my misgivings at the beginning, but then I remembered the central government would only scrap these Nikkes anyway. It's easier if you just think of them as objects. That's pretty much what they are anyway. I see. Die then, huh? Whoa! These axe reflexes. D's axe flies through the air. I quickly grab onto the employee's shirt and yank him back. D's axe whirls past and embeds into the side of the truck with a loud bang. Ah! What are you doing? I was about to kill something that shouldn't be considered human. You were gonna kill me? You were going to kill someone just because you got riled up? No, I don't act based on emotions. If there was someone who has acted immorally, and I prove it beyond reasonable doubt, I'm authorized to use deadly force. Should any evidence be brought into question, I will take my own life. This is the cross I bear. I carry it with me always. In a panic, the employees flees. Wait here. D takes off in a flash. Wait, D! She's already out of sight. A few minutes later, she comes himbling back. What did you... Do you really want to know? I asked, didn't I? I did what I had to. She killed him! Well done. Alright then. Let's go back. We usher mass-produced Nikkes back into the truck and head back to the Ark. We don't report to the work the next day. D is out taking care of an errand. I lie in my bed staring at the ceiling. Zing. Is that you, D? Yeah. What were you up to? Doing some investigation and extermination. What? I focused on my investigation on what transpired yesterday. Read this. D hands over a file to me. I parse through the file and read its contents. The president was a former member of the Kai, who left in disgrace. After that, he linked up with smaller splinter groups. With their help, he began cutting deals with the Outer Rim. At some point during the investigation process, this splinter group was eradicated. The central government sold mass-produced Nikkes, which were near the end of their life cycles, as well as a variety of weapons, to the president. He then sold those mass-produced Nikkes and weapons under the guise of giving a charitable donation. The mass-produced Nikkes who were sent to the Outer Rim ended their own lives for a variety of reasons. I'd rather not read through the sordid details. The mass-produced Nikkes and weapons were purchased by various factions in the Outer Rim, both big and small. The president of COL grew the company by leveraging the benefits and connections he had garnered through all those backdoor deals. He has, however, engaged in some genuine philanthropy, such as investing in the hospital. The president is closely connected to several high-ranking officials in the central government Nikke management department, and lines their pockets often. That's not all. He periodically makes donations to various other departments. He's been invited as an honored guest to several official events. Now I see why Enoch can't pass judgment. Because no one would ever give up their golden goose to send him to her. Precisely. What does Kay have to say about this? She'll be here soon. How's it hanging, everyone? Well, aren't we a cheery bunch? Did you guys forget how to talk or something? Tell us what you've turned up. Yikes. You guys are wound out tight today. You didn't do the deed, did you? Excuse me? You know? Kay takes her finger and slides across her neck dramatically. Gotcha. What did the judges say? Justified. Sentence upheld. Nicely done. You've always been good at the point. That part of the job catches me a little off guard sometimes. What'd you find at the hospital? Oh, that? I used a variety of different methods. I couldn't turn up an ounce of dirt on that place. As far as I can tell, it's a perfectly respectable establishment. The place is squeaky clean, so much so that I'm starting to wonder if I'm missing something. At any rate, I'm calling it. There isn't anything suspicious about the hospital. Right. That reminds me. Our target is attending an event today. Do you want to go? Guess we're going. We're standing in front of a crowded building filled with people. The president stands in front of a small podium. He makes an excited declaration. The biomedical center is finally completed. This building will focus specifically on treating rare, harmful diseases. It is a monumental place that will help countless people live longer, happier lives. No longer will anyone be refused proper medical treatment purely because they have a rare disease. No longer will they be denied the necessary government care. As of today, they will find help here at the biomedical center. Everything from preliminary examinations to exhaustive treatment will all be offered free of charge. You may be asking, why would we do something where we know we won't make any money? My answer is because all lives are equal. All lives deserve the same amount of respect, no matter what. That is what I believe. That is what we believe here at Cycle of Life. The crowd erupts into raucous cheers and applause. Everything for free? That's incredible. I feel as though if something has crawled deep up inside of me. I stand there with everyone, thunderstruck. Let's head back. It's dangerous to stay here, in more ways than one. All three of us head back to the commander's room. The target knows about us. Our cover is blown since we sabotaged the delivery and quit our jobs. We need to act now. Let's go over everything one more time. Reasons why we should kill the target. He sells mass-produced Nikkes and weapons to the Outer Rim, and it goes deeper than that. The merchandise gets utilized in The merchandise gets utilized in civil conflicts further destabilize. The merchandise gets utilized in civil conflicts further The merchandise gets The merchandise gets utilized in civil conflicts, further destabilizing the situation at the Outer Rim and resulting in additional casualties. Oh my god. Reasons why we shouldn't kill the target. He built a hospital specializing in rare diseases that offer free treatment for patients. That gives hope to those who are suffering from diseases as well as their families. This is a tough one. If we're gonna go in by my standards, this guy is positive and negative, but together, which adds up to 0. What should we do? I want to hear more what you two think. I would kill him if I were you. I wouldn't. Can I ask why? Because he deserves to die. Because he doesn't deserve to die. Right. I want to speak with the president. Is that not possible? I don't see why not. But he's amped up security in light of what's happened. I don't know how we'll be able to get close to him. Quit joking around, will you? Hee, sorry, couldn't resist. It's true that he's amped up security, but that won't be a problem for us. The cross that we bear is heavy indeed. But if you can endure it, you're capable of anything. So how do we get close to the president? Show up at his front door, I'm sure he'll be at home. What about the security? We'll mow through them easily enough. Wouldn't that only cause us more problems? It's fine, the judges will take care of it. I thought you two were all about subterfuge and keeping a low profile. Sure, until we've reached a final decision. Once we're certain what needs to be done, it's full steam ahead. Put this on. Kay hands me a mask. It doesn't matter to us, but if you get recognized, it could be an issue for you later on. Time to move. Hold them back. Who are these guys? We decide to charge in and take everyone head on. We kick the main door down to the house and fight our way through the guards waiting in the guard. D and K knock every one of them unconscious without firing a single bullet. Before I know it, we're in front of the president's private office. Thud. Behind the door of the president, along with 4 of his bodyguards staring at us. Are you here to kill me? Was ruining my deal not enough for you? I don't understand this. Do you have something against me? Do we know each other? Need to know basis, and you don't need to know. Fine. If I'm being honest, I wasn't overly curious. The president lifts his hand. Click. And his bodyguards all aim their weapons at us. You did a good job with these documents. I had no idea they were forged. I gave you that job because I took pity on you, since you needed the money so badly. And now you've come here to take me down? No, this isn't some personal vendetta. Who sent you? Again, need to know basis. Fine. There's always been plenty of people who have wanted me dead. I took care of them exactly the same way. This time won't be any different. This isn't my first rodeo. Say goodnight. Dee hurls her axe at the bodyguard's gun, shattering it into pieces. She rushes forward, retrieves the axe, and tosses it into the side. It hits another bodyguard in the side. He emits in pain. He emits a pained groan as he slumps to the ground. As he falls, Z knocks over another bodyguard who is standing frozen in fear. It's all over in less than 10 seconds. All I can think of is that it's a good thing that the axe didn't have a sharpened edge. Tisk. Oh, he's got a gun. As Dee kneels down to pick up the axe, the president grabs the pistol and fires at her head. Dee lowers her head slightly. After gathering herself as if nothing happened, she glances at the president. Aniki, how can you harm humans? You, our perilous siege. Those infernal judges, they've already taken so much, yet they're coming after me? Whoa, you know us? You really are in the upper echelons. Have they sent you to kill me? Not yet. What? Our client here would like to have a word with you. Is that supposed to be referred to me? For crying out loud, would it kill you just to play along? What, then? An abdicator? It sounds like I might live, depending on how this conversation goes. You never know. Very well, let's talk. How are you committing such diametrically opposed acts? 1 minute you're an illegal arms dealer, and the other you're a philanthropist. What's going on? That's the cycle of life, is it not? Huh? The mass-produced Nikkes. Right, I feel bad for them. Being sold to the Outer Rim to be used and abused during their final days, which are numbered to begin with. A sorry fate, to be sure. But if they didn't go to the Outer Rim, they would have just been scrapped quietly, swept under the rug, like a discarded refuse. They would have disappeared without a trace. I took those miserable fates and turned them into an opportunity to make money. Money that I can use to better our people's lives. I buy life and repay it with new life. What about the people in the Outer Rim? Do their lives not count? I simply provide them with Nikkes and weapons. What they decide to do with them is out of my hands. They have other opportunities available to them. They could use the Nikkes for labor and dismantle the weapons, using the parts to improve their own livelihoods. But they didn't. Why did you leave it to your employees to make the deliveries? Out of kindness. It's as simple as that. I merely wanted to give back to those who had worked so hard for my company. Don't lie to me. It was to create a distance between me and the deals. I couldn't have people knowing I was involved in such a shady business. How could I continue with my philanthropy otherwise? So it doesn't matter what happens to the delivery person. I made sure to request not to inspect the cargo. Some choose not to heed my warning and end up feeling remorse. Some end up taking their own lives. There's nothing I can do about that. Are you going to keep doing this? Yes, I am. Think about this. Killing me would just mean cutting off the support for those people with incurable diseases. A lot of people would lose their jobs. If we let you live, those Nikkes and countless people in the Outer Rim will keep dying. Mass-produced Nikkes and the people of the Outer Rim, people in the Ark who have a future. Take your pick. That's enough questions. Turn around. Don't even think about trying to look back. It's time for us to decide. I don't know. Do we want to kill him? I'm not sure. The president has his back turned to us. From the back, he appears confident, but he cannot hide the fact that he is trembling. Meanwhile, the two with their guns drawn at him are both steady as a rock. The man attempts to suppress the quivering of his voice when he speaks. Please, don't do something you'll regret. What I've done, what I'm doing, and what I will do. You've got to take it all into consideration. You can't let your personal feelings get in the way of all this, so please think carefully about what the right decision is. The two figures are pointing guns at the man to begin to speak. Decide. All you need to do is make a choice. We'll handle the rest. Just keep in mind, you mustn't make it personal. Whatever you decide, it has to be what you feel is best for everyone. No need to drag it out, especially since you've already made up your mind. So out with it. What do you think? Should we kill him or let him live? This is a cross you must bear. Can you endure it? So if we kill him, we save Nikke's, but they're already going to die anyway. And if we let him, but if we kill him, people die of incurable diseases. I mean, I feel like the hospital would survive at this point without him. If we let him live, he continues dealing arms to the Outer Rim, and he's kind of a bad guy. And we don't know how bad he could go. I say we kill him. Affirmative. Any last words? The last request is a fine as well. Bite me. You're nothing but central government lapdogs. Aniki, go home. Take a hot shower and get some sleep. Tomorrow is a new day. I have to see this to the end. No, go. It's for the best. You've set down your cross, but the weight of it remains. Don't make it any heavier than it already is. Let us carry the rest of the way. Go. I want to kill him. I turn and start walking away. Oh my god. I can't tell whether it's the sound of the door closing or a gunshot. And I don't want to know. I do want to know. I want to know. I think we killed him. 2 days have passed. I haven't gotten any sleep. On the news, I keep seeing stories about this missing COL president. There's also plenty of coverage detailing how the biomedical center is having difficulty keeping its doors open. Finally, there are reports about the hardships faced by COL employees. All they can do is continue to stare blankly at the ceiling. How are you feeling? Not like I thought I would. COL will be taken over by the vice president. I'm told everything will be the same as before. As for the biomedical center, the sovereigns came forward to lend a hand financially. I always envisioned the world as being ruled by a cosmic fate. On one end, you've got good and evil on the other, all in perfect balance. The scales occasionally skew to one side or the other. Evil tends to win out more easily, whether good has a tougher time coming out on top. That's because it's dependent on sacrifice. Your money, your time, and your feelings, they're all part of it. Even after that, when there are so many people giving out so much of themselves to committing good deeds, it can still be difficult to get the scales to balance. So I kill the ones who commit evil deeds. So long as I do that, I'll tip the scales in good favor. Until one day, the scales will be skewed towards good permanently, and the world will follow suit. That is what I believe. That is why I do the work I do. Because of your decision, I believe the world is a better place, so don't let the burden consume you. This cross is no longer yours to bear. After D leaves, for reasons I'm still not clear of, I sleep soundly for the first time in ages. License to kill end. I mean, I was gonna sleep finally anyway, so whatever. That's it for today's video, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below for what your favorite Nikke is. Personally, I really like Leader and Volume. Those are my two favorites. But yeah, let me know. I'm not sure what the next event is going to be, but, you know, I'll have a video for it once it comes out. There's a new event usually like every 2 weeks, so yeah. But that's it for today's video, guys. Bye-bye.